So my name is Céline Schillinger. I have been in Boston for a year and a half, a little bit more than a year and a half. I'm here with my husband Leo. We've been married, we've been together for 12 years already. And we have two kids, aged 11 and 6. Gustave is 11 and Violet is 6.5 now. Moving to Boston was a dream I had for myself and my family. We have been, my husband had been traveling abroad when he was single, and I had too, and we know how fantastic it is to be in a different country, in a different culture, and we wanted to offer this to our kids and give them an opportunity to grow up in an international environment. So when we got this opportunity to come to Boston, we were ecstatic. It was fantastic. Now we moved in February 2015, and I don't know if you remember how it was in Boston. It was a nightmare, like huge piles of snow. It was extremely cold, so it was a bit of a shock, but that made our arrival interesting, I would say. The kids have adjusted amazingly fast and very well. They love it here. We put Gustave was in the middle of his CM1, so we decided to have him start at the International School of Boston, which is a very good school, and they have like very appropriate methods to teach English to newcomers, as Gustave. Violet was younger. She was in middle maternelle moyenne section. We thought for her it would be easy to just like have her attend an American class, and it went fine. She didn't say a word for 3 months, and then it unlocked over the summer, and she now speaks just like a little kid, a little American kid. I was born in Bordeaux, which is a fantastic region. I absolutely love it. And I settled in Lyon after coming back from Asia. I had been to Vietnam, China, and Paris in between. I didn't know Lyon when I came there in 2001, and I fell in love with this city and this region. It's a wonderful area to work, to live, to do sports. The mountains are close, the gastronomy, the food is absolutely amazing. It's a very, very nice place to be, really. I always enjoy moving forward, but what I miss about Lyon is, well, of course, my friends there. I have very dear friends in this city. I miss bread. I miss really good French bread. This is hard to find elsewhere. And yeah, the mountains. I love New England. It's great because of the beach and the whole region is beautiful, but it's a little bit flat. There are so many things I love about being here and being in Boston and in New England. It's really hard to say. I love the history, the cultural part. The brain power you find here is just so amazing. It's extremely stimulating. People are very respectful also here. I find a very high sense of citizenship and respect for the community and caring for each other. So I really like it, and it was kind of a surprise for me coming from Europe, where we tend to believe that Americans are maybe more individualistic than we are, and I think it's not true. They are actually very much caring for their communities, and community is a very important aspect to their social life. So that's a very interesting point. And I also love a lot of things about Boston. It's a very beautiful city. I love clam chowder. I've become a fan. My work at Sanofi is head of innovation and engagement for the vaccine division of Sanofi, which is called Sanofi Pasteur. My mission is to have people in our industrial facilities around the world make good products, quality products, because they want to and because they are enabled to. Contrary to old methods that are very much top-down, where we tell people what to do and how to work, etc. My work is inspired by modern leadership approaches which are for the most being born and have been invented here in the US, and that's the reason why I'm here. It's really how to inspire people, how to connect them so that they co-create the value that our organization needs for performance. It's only been 2 years, but it's been a blast. It's been absolutely amazing, a fantastic journey. We've created a global social movement in the workplace for transformation, for change, that is getting a lot of attention from outside, a lot of rewards. I speak a lot in conferences. We have been able to show that modern approaches to quality improvement actually work. And deliver value that older, more classical approaches didn't. And people are very proud. We have now 5,000 activists around the world for in our social movement for change. The quality indicators are turning positive for the first time in 10 years. And people are feeling very, very proud that for the first time at all levels in the organization, not just a handful of people in like leading projects, but really everybody from the top to the shop floor, people are feeling included and involved in change. I think there are still differences between French and American management, but I try not to fall in the cliches because it's too easy and it doesn't give the good lenses to analyze things. For sure, Americans tend to like jump quicker into action, they're not less afraid of innovation, from what I see. French tend to think more about like analyze everything, maybe overanalyze sometimes. But at the same time, when the French go into something and adopt a solution, they have thought about it a lot, and that's why they really do it and believe in it. Now, I think a big input for the American successes in leadership and management is what they get from school, all their cultural knowledge and understanding of leadership, of engagement, of community engagement. These are all modern approaches to make our organizations work that are taught to American kids in school from their early age. I would definitely invest in the education system earlier on in France into group work, community engagement, making people stand up, kids, stand up and speak for their ideas, and taking a stance, having an opinion about something, and explaining and trying to engage others to support them. So I think that's a very interesting thing I would bring. And the other thing I love is the you, that instead of the tu and vous in France, I find the you a fantastic equalizer between people, and that's a great engagement factor. In France, I think the tu and the vous are limitations, they are barriers, they are markers of a social distance, which are preventing a lot of the things I'm trying to do for community engagement at work.